What is this set of old pliers? The blade part can't go to the bottom, and it could have been rather sharp. The spring is added by me, which I believe is correct for the tool. It is useless for bending wire as the blade is rather sharp, and the other side would also leave marks. Someone suggested a small secateurs, but why is the serrated part so far out and only a section, and I cannot find a similar design when searching for antique secateurs? Another suggestion was a farrier crimper, but I cannot find a similarly designed tool for horseshoers. What the heck is this thing? It's an antique can opener with spring scissor action. Here's mine. I was told this was a World War I trench can opener. And here's another one I found while searching online. And here's one more. Marked E. Lazenby & Son Limited, London. What is this set of very lightweight and tiny metal tools found in a collection of fiber crafting stuff? It's a set of 3 flat metal pieces with a narrow slot at the end of each. My guess was something to do with ribbon curling or measuring something on fabric. Please help. It has been bugging me for a year. It's a sterling silver sewing bodkin set from the early 1900s used to thread ribbon, cord, or elastic through casings such as waistbands or corsets. Here's another set listed online for $144, and another one missing a piece for $275. What is this small brass key-like thing? About 1.75 inches long, and the end of the rod is solid and slightly rounded. It might have come with an antique clock and might be from 1930s to 40s Germany. I'm curious as to what this is. Any ideas? It's a 19th century Qing dynasty key to an opium pipe chest. The case was used to store and transport opium and its associated smoking paraphernalia, needed for opium smoking, which was a widespread practice in China in the 18th and 19th centuries. It also served as a pillow, while one lies down for an opium smoking session. The box was made from leather for comfort for one's resting head. The prevalence of such chests is tied to the Opium Wars, when British trade in opium devastated China's economy and social fabric. Today, they are collected as antique curiosities representing a controversial chapter in Chinese history. What is this cast iron of some sort, about 4 inches long? The 2 arms coming off the left side have holes through them for a rod of some sort, or bolts. The piece on the right can pivot or slide about a ½ inch. It looks like a fold-down step or footrest, but I don't think it is strong enough for that. Does anyone have a clue what this could be? It's the upper plate of a dental articulator, a mechanical instrument used in dentistry, to simulate jaw movements and relationships, particularly for creating dental restorations like crowns, bridges, and dentures. It holds models of a patient's upper and lower teeth, allowing dentists to analyze and replicate how the teeth come together during various movements. It was patented on July 7, 1885, by George E. Smith of Windsor, New York. What is this ashtray-looking thing found in an elderly person's house in Sweden? It's lightweight and missing a connecting point on the strap. The metal piece at the end kinda looks like a foothold on a horse saddle. The strap is leather or faux leather, and the ashtray center bit is, I'm guessing, aluminum. There was no way to wrap it sturdily around anything, which makes me think a piece is missing. Any ideas? It's a mid-century equestrian-themed leather armrest ashtray. I found this one listed for $202. It sits right on the armrest and was made in Italy in the 1950s or 60s. I'm going through my recently deceased mom's home in Australia. I started the mammoth wall of boxes, some untouched for 30+ years, and I worked my way down to a screw-sealed box marked fragile. I can't seem to find anything similar to it. I think it's from the mid-1800s. Any help would be greatly appreciated. That is a Fitzroy aneroid barometer, registered on July 11th, 1879. It's a device that measures atmospheric pressure without using liquid like mercury. It uses a flexible sealed metal chamber called an aneroid cell. Any changes in atmospheric pressure cause the cell to expand or contract. The movement of the aneroid cell is transferred to a needle via a series of mechanical linkages. Then the needle points to a calibrated scale on the dial indicating the atmospheric pressure. It was designed by Admiral Robert Fitzroy to help people working at sea or in coastal villages predict approaching bad weather. He encouraged the distribution of his barometers to coastal communities, believing they would benefit from the ability to anticipate storms. What is this found in my attic? I have no clue what it is. It has a plastic or bakelite handle, and the spoon part is metal. It's about 6 inches long, and the handle is about ½ an inch wide at its widest point. It does have a name on it. It is either Engu Paris or Gengu Paris. It looks like a melon baller, but it's too small for that purpose. Does anyone know what this thing actually is? This is a 19th century surgical curette, not a melon baller. Made by Gengu Paris, and the handle is probably ebony. It's a historical medical instrument used for scraping diseased tissue from the body, like from bone, skin, or internal organs. What is this plane used for, found at a French street market? Around 9 inches wide and 7 inches tall. It looks like a plane, but it's weirdly curved. Have any of you seen such a thing? That's a 19th century Cooper's Howl, a specialized carpenter's plane mounted in a convex sole, which was used to smooth and chamfer the inside edges of barrels' ends so the lids would fit snugly. From the early 15th to the end of the 19th century, a cooper was a skilled craftsman who made casks or barrels of various descriptions. A dry cooper made casks tightly sealed at both ends to hold grains and the like. A wet cooper made leak-proof casks for liquids. And a white cooper made pails and tubs for domestic or dairy use. The word cooper originated in an old Dutch expression meaning cask. It was patented on October 3, 1871 by Anthony Businger of Mount Solon, Virginia. What is this glass or crystal carved donut with a metal fastener found in the yard? The house was built in the early 50s in Missouri, approximately 1 inch in diameter, with a metal fastener attached and rusted like it's been there for a while. I am pretty stumped as to what it could possibly be. Jewelry was my first idea, but the fastener leads me to believe otherwise. Can anyone shed some light? Please let us know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.